Hello, and welcome to the Information Security Awareness Program created by Information Technology Services at Cincinnati State. This program's primary focus is to inform the college community regarding information security topics so you can do your part to keep our data and systems safe. This video, Sensitive Data, is part of a collection of videos that make up the Information Security Awareness Program. You can find the entire Information Security Program online at www.cincinnati-state.edu/information-security. This video will cover the following 5 topics: personally identifiable information, student education information, health information, payment card information, public records information. Personally identifiable information, PII, is data that can be used to uniquely identify or locate a single individual, or data used with other sources to uniquely identify or locate a single individual. This includes full name, if not common, national identification number, including Social Security number, IP address in some cases, vehicle license plate number, driver's license number, face, fingerprints, or handwriting, credit card numbers, digital identity, date of birth, birthplace, and genetic information. The following are less often used to uniquely identify or locate a single individual because they are characteristics shared by many. However, they become PII because they may be combined with other personal information to uniquely identify or locate someone. They include first or last name if common, country, state, or city of resident, age, especially if non-specific, gender or race, school name or workplace, grades, salary, or job position, and criminal record. The college has significant student education data. This data is protected by the federal government via the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act of 1974, FERPA. In general, schools are required to have written permission from students in order to release any information from a student's education record. This includes releasing information to parents. FERPA allows schools to disclose student records without consent to the following groups or under the following conditions: school officials with legitimate educational interest, other schools to which a student is transferring, specified officials for audit or evaluation purposes, appropriate parties in connection with financial aid to a student, organizations conducting certain studies for or on behalf of the school, accrediting organizations, to comply with a judicial order or lawfully issued subpoena, appropriate officials in cases of health and safety emergencies, state and local authorities within a juvenile justice system pursuant to specific state law. Schools may disclose without consent directory information such as a student's name, address, telephone number, date and place of birth, honors and awards, and dates of attendance. However, schools must tell students about directory information and give them a reasonable amount of time to request that the school not disclose directory information about them. Schools must notify students annually of their rights under FERPA. The actual means of notification, special letter, student handbook, or newspaper article, is left to the discretion of each school. Similar to student education data in FERPA, health information is protected by the federal government via the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996, HIPAA. HIPAA regulations define health information as any information, whether oral or recorded in any form or medium that is created or received by a health care provider, health plan, public health authority, employer, life insurer, school or university, or health care clearinghouse, and relates to the past, present, or future physical or mental health or condition of an individual, the provision of health care to an individual, or the past, present, or future payment for the provision of health care to an individual. Payment card industry, PCI compliance, applies to any entity that stores, processes, and/or transmits cardholder data. It covers technical and operational system components included in or connected to cardholder data. If a business accepts or processes payment cards, it must comply with the PCI Data Security Standards, DSS. PCI security standards are technical and operational requirements set by the PCI Security Standards Council to protect cardholder data. The standards globally govern all merchants and organizations that store, process, or transmit this data and include specific requirements for software developers and manufacturers of applications and devices used in the transaction process. Compliance with the PCI security standards is enforced by the major payment card brands who establish the Council: American Express, Discover Financial Services, JCB International, MasterCard Worldwide, and Visa Incorporated. The Ohio Public Records Law generally requires every public office, when requested, to promptly prepare public records and make them available for inspection at all reasonable times during regular business hours. Upon request, and within a reasonable period of time, a public office or person responsible for public records generally must make copies available at cost. Public records must be maintained in such a manner that they can be made available for inspection and copying. If you have questions regarding this or any other information security topic, call the ITS Help Desk at 513-569-1234.